Again, it's Dury faced by McGrath. Lineker ahead and waiting, but Dury could possibly go one better on his own. Lineker, the master poacher, does it again. And sometimes it looks ridiculously easy. Andy Gray. Cundy waits. You can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be long. Aimed at Howells. Breitkreutz got there first though, and this is Andy Gray. Had a brief and unhappy spell at Villa, and that's why he's being booed. It's a great cross. Well, it's a very unfortunate own goal by Sean Teal, but the cross from Andy Gray was good enough to unhinge any defence. Parker. Good ball to York. Now he has some space. It's a good run too. Regis is there. Beautifully fashioned. And it's Kevin Richardson arriving late, but arriving right on time for Aston Villa. Walker came, and he couldn't get there, and it's a gift for Ian Olney. So Villa, who've been penned back in their own half for about the last 5 minutes, get the chance to get going forward again. Haven't seen much from them in attack so far in this half, but here's Cyril Regis, allowed to go a long way, and Dwight York gives Aston Villa another reason to believe. Naeem quickly around to keep it alive, faced by Teal. Walsh, this is where he's good. Very good. And he did from McGrath. He doesn't like it, but it is a penalty. And it is the ace marksman against Spink. I'm just trying to remember how often I've seen that in his career. Very, very seldom. The one memorable occasion, the cup final. Daly. Still Daly. Magnificently finished by Tony Daly. And the fortunes of Tony Daly start to look up once more. Cox down to Parker. And Villa trying to find triangles to run the clock down like this. Daly to Richardson. There's the old pro. Good work from Richardson. Regis is in here. Bergson couldn't stop him. Cyril Regis makes it 5 for Aston Villa.
Minutes gone, and Manchester City's first corner delivered by Mark Brennan in towards the head, and in the back of the net it goes from Andy Hill. Just over half an hour, City still holding on to the 1-goal lead. Here's McMahon, Andy Hill, Shearer, Simpson, White. Tidy little move this from Manchester City. McMahon forward, Sheeran onside, and Sheeran has put Manchester City too clear. Tony Dorigo bringing in Gary Speed, urged on by the Leeds fans. He's got Mark Brennan for company and Steve McMahon, and McMahon brings it away for Manchester City. Men to his right and his left, chooses Mike Sheeran. Brings in Niall Quinn. That's Chris White with him. Showing good skill. What a chip and what a goal! Niall Quinn, who says all he can do is head a ball. Keith Curl. Andy Hill. Strachan just inside him, cutting out the danger. Trying to at least. Sheeran. McMahon, and onside is Mark Brennan, closing in on goal and scoring 4-0, and Mark Brennan has put the seal on an extraordinary afternoon for Manchester City.
Forest, understandably, looked weary. This was their 54th match of the season and their 4th in 7 days. Wednesday had the game won by half-time. Paul Williams put them in front. Forest won one Wembley final last weekend and have another next weekend, so perhaps there's some distraction to go with their tiredness. They switched off at a corner to allow David Hurst to make it 2-0. Wednesday could yet sneak into the title race. Two sides heading in different directions met at Highfield Road. The hosts haven't won at home since November. The visitors are unbeaten in 2 months. Kevin Campbell's momentum took him clear to beat Les Sealey for the first half winner. Arsenal climbed to 4th. Coventry slipped to 4th from bottom. Everton's chief source of frustration at Selhurst Park was the performance of the officials. Peter Beagrie thought he'd scored a spectacular opening goal for the visitors, but didn't even have time to launch into his somersault celebration before referee Mike Bailey disallowed it. Bailey, acting on the word of his linesman, ruled out the goal for offside, not against Beagrie, but against Mo Johnston standing near the penalty spot. Everton with reason to curse their luck. Palace's recent meetings with Everton have had an unpleasant physical edge, although this one was more farce than fight night. Just watch this mix-up. Alan Harper and Neville Southall playing Laurel and Hardy, Chris Coleman delivering the custard pie. Referee Bailey faced more Everton fury soon afterwards when he awarded Palace a penalty. Mark Bright got into position to score, with the official seeing a foul by Martin Keown. Everton players went to Bailey to protest, arguing that Keown had got a foot on the ball. Judge for yourself. Bright wisely kept himself clear of the dispute. He's taken on penalty duties now that Andy Gray's gone to Spurs, and he needed to stay focused. No problem. 3 wins out of 4 now for Palace, who are nicely placed in 7th. A draw at Leeds last weekend gave West Ham faint hope that they could escape relegation. The 7 days since have just about snuffed it out. At Tottenham, they were seen off by Gary Lineker's predatory instincts. At Chelsea, they were beaten by their own defending. Steve Potts' missed kick causing the chaos from which the Hammers never fully recovered. Dennis Wise, Chelsea's top scorer, with his 11th goal of the season. Chelsea's second top scorer is Clive Allen, sold to West Ham just over a week ago after less than 4 months at Stamford Bridge. Allen, making his Hammers debut, equalised within 60 seconds, the third of his former clubs that he's scored against this season. That goal increased the grumblings around Stamford Bridge, with fans unhappy at the decision to allow Jason Cundy to join Tottenham late last month, and there was little in the home side's performance to cheer them up. But they did win the game. Steve Clarke's cross headed in by Tony Cascarino just after half-time. West Ham, with just 2 points from 9 matches, are now 11th from safety. Southampton have picked a very good time to hit form. 5 wins in a row have pulled them clear of relegation trouble, and Ian Dowie's early header put them on course to make it 6. Around 4:15, QPR owner David Thompson had 2 reasons to celebrate. First, Les Ferdinand produced this terrific solo run from halfway to equalise. And then Thompson learned that his horse, Party Politics, had won the Grand National, an appropriate name for the winner with general election week looming, and Rangers looked on course for an overall majority at the Dell when Ferdinand was bundled over by Kevin Moore. But Clive Wilson, given the casting vote, spoiled his ballot paper. It was to prove a significant moment when David Bardsley's back pass fell short and goalkeeper Jan Steichel sent Alan Shearer tumbling. With Matt Le Tissier absent, Shearer took the penalty himself. And so, after a tight contest, QPR owner Thompson's Blue Party lost to those in red. Read into that what you will. Luton Town's home strip is more monster raving loony party. Once again, they're fighting to avoid losing their deposit on a place in the top flight. They were in trouble early on against Wimbledon thanks to the leader of the opposition, John Fashanu, their top scorer, with his 18th goal of the season. David Pleats fought Luton out of a tight relegation corner before, and he's turned to experience to try to do it again. Debutant Imre Varadi on loan from Leeds, still good for a First Division goal at the age of 32. Luton are used to leaving it late. Their survival scrap has gone to their final match in each of the past 3 seasons. David Priest has played in all 3 of those late escapes. His second half winner has given them hope of another.
Oldham's miserable away form continues. Sheffield United in front on 22 minutes, Dean holding the ball up, a Hodges shot blocked, and Dane Whitehouse picking his spot. United in the middle of their customary end-of-season run. It's now 1 defeat in 7 games for them. The win clinched by Ian Bryson, with little help from the Oldham defence.